It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Now take a good look at the channel. New black soprano, grand like a piano, equipped with plenty of ammo. Couple years ago was educating on the panels. Nigga flying out the Nam game and hoes like it's Namco. Pity the fool, these niggas obtuse. I push threads off top like my name was Abdul. Had shouted screaming at me like she bumping Ja Rule. I bust down on the roll and fuck a ride to school. I make content, but y'all content with the bullshit. Y'all watch shit that ain't hitting you with no sources. Coming at the dirty bitch was playing in them sewages. My steward, it just came and gave me a plate full of swordfish. Full-fledged rapper, preacher, truth to the pulpit. Genuine spirit, I been dancing with that broomstick. Mood switch, my rain. Crew switch, new team, I flow high, butane. I float like Luke Kane. Bicycle kick in my city, my niggas know me well. All I want is my liberty like that broken bell. I broke the shell, they sold for sale. My heart cold like polar bear. Solar flare, my opponent. Opposition push up dirt. I'm from a town where we always heard guns go burst. I had dreams of the ride, got my button up shirt, my pink polo. My homie used to smoke on purpose, no emotions, only motion. I'ma be coasting. Street sign, nigga posted. Fuck all the boasting. Me time, don't approach them. Get you some coaching before you get your ass roasted. Nigga, it's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this Wednesday. In this particular episode, we're going to be getting into the DJ that don't spin. A lot has been going on the last couple of days. Really, the last week or so has been very, very crazy. With the the surfacing of the footage of him talking to 15-year-old streamer Noor, the inappropriate conversation, the grooming conversation, the sexual solicitation that was taking place, all of those different things, along with Tory Lanez's manager, who they were in his Discord. He was on the call. He tried to play dumb and glib and say that he was deafened and didn't know what was being said at the time, and tried to make it seem as if he was he had to go back and listen afterwards, and he was flabbergasted, not understanding that people literally heard him in there talking to this child at the same time with Act, or the DJ that don't spin. Everybody's talked about it. We've talked about it, blah, 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 right? But a lot of people were wondering what is going to happen as a consequence. Is he going to suffer any consequences? Is there anything going to be done? Because there's been so many instances of this guy doing inappropriate things, or being involved in inappropriate things, being involved in sexual crimes, and nothing happens to him, right? Even with the very platforms that he broadcasts his thoughts, views, and assessments of different things, he faces little to no consequences, right? So, on the heels of all of this happening, yesterday we got the update that the DJ that don't spin was banned from Twitch, right? So that was one of the first things. And a lot of people were wondering if this was going to be a temporary ban or if this was going to be a permanent ban, because this would not be the first time that he was banned from Twitch. But I think it was for 24 hours once upon a time for having Aiden Ross on there, who is actually already banned from Twitch. And of course, if you go on there and you give a platform to a banned creator on there, then they also will enforce some sort of punishment on you for that. So people were trying to understand what that was gonna be. Then you had people coming out and saying that he also lost his sponsorship from Stake, of course, which is the gambling platform people use to bet on a lot of different sports games and a lot of different things. You could I don't gamble, but you could get into some shit on there. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we know that Drake is heavily involved with what's going on over there at Stake. We've talked at length about that as well. There also was an update where people were alleging that he lost his sponsorship from Happy Dad, which is basically a hard seltzer beer company. And they also are locked in with Drake, and some other questionable people seem to have some Happy Dad deals and Stake deals and stuff like that. I don't, do you get your money? You know what I'm saying? But there was a lot of speculation going around that the DJ that don't spin also lost those endorsements and sponsorships, right? Again, people were wondering if the ban from Twitch was going to be short term or long term. I saw this account called StreamerBots or something to that effect. They came out and said that in the code of his ban from Twitch, they said that it was for terms of service indefinite. And of course, indefinite means that as of now, there is no resolution. So he's banned until the foreseeable future or until they can come back and evaluate, I guess, a point of re-entry for him, right? So all of that verdict is just kind of out there. Now, in the meantime, of course, he still has his YouTube. He still has his Rumble deal and other platforms that he can still utilize to get his message out there. And I know a lot of people are wondering, you know, if YouTube will take any action or if these other places will take any action. I don't know. I don't necessarily see it happening, but I do think this is a step forward for Twitch to come out and say, hey, we acknowledge what happened. We don't co-sign what happened. And although it happened on a different platform, we're going to take a firm stance on that. Now, there were some people that were saying that the ban was also because I guess he had a quick conversation with Aiden Ross once again. So this would have been the second time of him being banned for bringing on, again, another banned creator. I think that these things could also be in tandem, not necessarily isolated, but them evaluating the whole scope of things, like the bad behavior on one end and also continuing to violate the terms of service, you know? So I could see all of these things contributing to that indefinite, taking down of his page. But again, we don't know what's going to happen in terms of long term. Now, a lot of people have come out and doubled down on their support of taking down the DJ that don't spin. One of those people was Meek Mill, who, of course, they've had a rocky situation going on between them for years. At one point, Meek Mill was vehemently going at this guy, and he wasn't backing down because he had no fear of consequence with that either, because he knows if these street guys ever do something to me, I'm going to sue the pants off you. So nobody ever wants to break down the fourth wall with him, even though he'll literally say, I'm going to violate you and talk about you and disparage you, talk about your family, all these different things that he does to people. Nobody has ever taken that extra step to meet him in person and get some straightening, right? Because again, they know legal follows that. So Meek Mill comes out and he encourages all parents out there to delete or block, more specifically, to block Akademiks, the DJ that don't spin, from their children's Twitters and social media platforms so that they cannot be entertained by his antics. Now, I would say most young people that are of age to be on social media and really engaging with his types of content, a parent can go and do that all they want. The kid's just going to get back on that phone and unblock them. But salute to Meek Mill for taking a stand. Another one of those people is Peter Rosenberg from Hot 97. Also, they've had issues in the past, right? And he issued a statement in response to the banning of the DJ that don't spin to let it be known, how personal it got between them. So Peter Rosenberg says, I tried to tell the world about this guy after he attacked the women in my life for no reason. Asked his viewers to find videos of my wife. Said he would pay for anyone who could supply info. Absolutely revolting and dangerous behavior. At that time, Spotify and other outlets took no issue. I'm glad some have noticed how dangerous and sick this guy is, right? And this was in response to a post that said DJ Akademiks has been banned from Twitch and Happy Dad has cut ties with them sponsoring him. Stake has also unfollowed him. This comes after Akademiks was exposed for grooming an underage boy, right? Well, the DJ that don't spin has come out and I guess tried to offer some perspective of his own to quell the rumors and I guess give his viewers some sort of perspective of where he stands at this current point. So we're gonna run this very quickly, and we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of time talking about this guy because, as I've told y'all before, I'm not gonna be doing too much more content related to him. But being that there's so much controversy surrounding him right now, everybody's talking about him. Everybody is kind of galvanizing together to kind of move him out the paint, or at least create caution around him, which I think is the right thing to do because he is an agent of chaos in the culture. He's been allowed to have a pedestal some kind of way in the culture, all the while doing fuck shit, petty shit. And we just talked on here the other day about how he's also been trying to conduct a literal gang war between California and Canada, or specifically between Hitta J3 and his affiliates and Top 5, right? And their affiliates. So he's got his hand in multiple pots of fuckery. So for anybody that doesn't like when we criticize him over here, or when I specifically criticize him on my channel, because I saw somebody that was like, every video of yours I see, it's about that. And that's a fucking lie, number one. I'll take it a step further. Out of a lot of the channels out here, I won't say no names because it don't need to be said. But out of a lot of the channels that exist out here that cover these types of topics, I think I probably have the most diverse subject range on my channel because I don't just talk about shit like this, right? So let's put a pin in that. And I only say these things to acknowledge that I actually see what y'all be saying. I fuck with y'all. I engage with what y'all be talking about. But some of y'all be talking out your neck. Okay? But let's get the homeboy trying to defend himself.
Oh, chat. I mean, here's the thing. We want to make this very perfectly clear. Okay? Number one, first and foremost, I'm moving past that moment. We addressed it. Dragging it, it's not doing anything for us. Okay? Obviously, I'll say this, Twitch took some action because, even though I wasn't streaming, that happened on their platform, completely get it. And, we'll work with Twitch and make it right, okay? Until then, we've always multi-stream. We'll continue to multi-stream, whether it's on, of course, Rumble. We still stream on Meta, and of course, we still stream on YouTube, which, honestly, about 80% of our viewership came from YouTube anyway. That'll continue. I see a bunch of pages kind of just saying random stuff, and I don't know if it's to elicit a response from me, but I could tell, when the shark starts circling, you just don't want to keep dropping blood in the water. As far as anyone saying that, like it's a hailstorm of fallout, that's not true. Happy Dad is still right here. Y'all make sure I go get the grape version. That's my favorite version. Steak supports us on Twitter, supports our news Twitter account, which is the Akademiks TV account. They've done it before and they continue to do it. There's nothing that changed there. Again, you guys have seen, some shit that happened on stream. Twitch, respect their platform, but also you got to respect their rules. And also, when they take enforcement action, you can't be mad. You get what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we're at now. All right? Somebody said, what? Mod the stream? I don't know how to mod. Oh, I do know how to mod the stream. Again, we're not streaming on King Akademiks today. And it's for no other reason. There's nothing going on over there. These clips will probably be over there. The reason why we're not streaming is that I kind of wanted to have like a lower key stream because I feel like the shark are just circling. And, when somebody wants to see you break, the more you like jump out in their face, they're like, fuck, and they just get mad and madder. And also, a bunch of match reporting. So we just chilling.
Now, what I found interesting in that quick little response video is some of the, I guess you could say, mysterious language. I won't say mysterious, but coded language, perhaps. Where he goes and says, Happy Dad is still here. So I guess whatever rumors about them distancing themselves from him, at least at this point, from his perspective, he feels like they're still locked in. And maybe there was some background conversations where he feels confident that, whatever that is consistent. But
he says that Steak is still supporting on Twitter, right? But the reports were saying that Steak unfollowed him on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. So I wonder what what all of the details on that actually mean, right? Because if they support on Twitter but they unfollowed you on Instagram, are they doing performative tactics to say, okay, let's unfollow him on Instagram just to show people that we see what's going on and we want to make it look like we're not supporting him, but Twitter people may be less investigative about that and we're going to keep rocking. It could be that, or it could be, they're in the process of, figuring out how to cut ties with him. That could be a thing. Just never know how this is going to work out. But then at the end of that, he says that we're not going to stream on the larger channel. I want to have a more low-key stream. I don't know who this guy thinks he is, to think that he was going to have a low-key stream, because even regardless of what channel you go on, people are going to clip you up. People are going to investigate and see what type of shit you're talking about. You still got fans, you know what I mean? I can't take nothing away from dude in terms of having a fan base. I don't know what they see in him to watch him for hours on end, but they do. And they're going to stay there. You know what I mean? They're impressionable. They like what they get from him. They must see some version of themselves in him. And again, there's also going to be people that are going to clip you up as you were clipped up and used in this video. Because I damn sure didn't sit through that stream. I didn't watch that shit. I just happened to see it on Twitter. So I find a couple of those things interesting because it seems like he's trying to take some attention off of himself. He says when you got blood in the water, you don't want to keep dripping blood in the water for the sharks. And I guess the sharks, in his estimation, are the people that are, somewhat cheering and trying to usher him out of the doors, the corridors of hip hop and media. So he's like, you know what? Let's take it back underground. Let's go pirate radio then. Let's go to the smaller channel. It ain't gonna do you no good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I am interested in seeing is how firmly people continue to stand on business in moving him out of the way, right? Which is exactly the reason why I'm saying that I will be phasing him out of coverage on my channel. Because I don't want to continue to spotlight poor behavior in terms of, like, especially when it comes to kids. Like, you already got a pending case as it pertains to an ex-girlfriend. I still don't understand how you let your girl, even if he wasn't involved, which she alleges that he was, I don't see how you let your girl go through what she went through and you don't stand up to the niggas that did it. You all good with everybody and you try to make it seem like she came there for that. That's kind of disgusting. So I mean, all of the things that surround his name, plus this gang war shit that he's trying to initiate, and we know that he already has a history of participating in shit like that from a decade ago. I just hope people don't forget so easily what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like in this post-Trump society we live in, there's a lot of outrage. And then people settle back into their ways, their comfort. And that's what allows problematic people to continue to thrive, right? Because they just use that negative energy and fuel to make themselves bigger, to amplify their message. They'll lay low for a second, just to let everybody get the shit off. And then they come back with a vengeance. And it's like, damn, was any of it even effective? You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting. There was reports that Playboi Carti had cut him off and said he wasn't going to give him no more updates, no more music, all that stuff. Playboi Carti literally came out and it was revealed that that was a farce. That was a lie. You know what I'm saying? He's locked in with dude. So stuff like that also makes me curious because we got so many people that are cheering him on to be taken down, but then you still got people that are supporting him, people that are coming out and trying to downplay how creepy and weird and nasty that shit was that he was doing, to try to mull it over, to try to sweep it under the rug, right? And of course, those are just bitch ass people. You get what I'm saying? But unfortunately, it's a lot of bitch ass people in the world that allow their kinfolk to thrive. So that's where the shit gets tricky. But again, I'm not gonna stay here all day talking about this shit. So at this point, I'm gonna put it in y'all hands with all the information that's available. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all think that this is going to stand? Do y'all think that Twitch is going to remain steadfast in keeping him off the platform? Or do you think they let him back on in 30 days or some bullshit? Yeah, let me know if you think he will be affected in any substantial way moving forward. And let me know if y'all are going to continue to support and or patronize or give this guy attention, you know? It's in your hands now, all right? Let me know. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.